Hey guys, Jack on Wrist here, back with another video, and in today's video I want to talk about a new Zenith 2021 release and a new competitor in a watch that I think could be better than the Rolex Daytona. This watch is the Zenith Chronomaster Sport, so let's talk about it. So this is a new 41mm chronograph by Zenith, and honestly, you can just take a look at some of the photos I'll put up on screen. You can tell this is a Rolex Daytona homage, or definitely has a lot of Rolex Daytona in it. I mean, you can look at that ceramic bezel, you can see the bracelet. I mean, it is very much a Rolex Daytona in some ways, but it does have some differences that I think really make this watch stand out and make it a pretty good choice over the Rolex Daytona. So a minor point that I think makes this a more interesting choice than the Rolex Daytona is the tri-colored subdials. This is a marquee for Zenith, something that you would see a lot on the El Primero models. I really like it. I think it really sets this watch apart from any other chronograph out there. When you see it, you know it's a Zenith. And so I think it's really cool that they added this to this particular chronograph. And the big reason why you would pick this watch over a Rolex Daytona is the fact that it has a column wheel Zenith El Primero high beat chronograph, and you can see it right there on the back with a display case back with sapphire. I mean, that is just an awesome, beautiful movement, and that is going to be more exciting than any movement you can get from Rolex. It is pretty much the most well-known chronograph movement that there is, and it is just awesome to look at, and I really like that you can see it here on this model. It also has a bumped up 60-hour power reserve compared to the normal 50-hour power reserve. And again, just another little minor thing that you're going to really like about this watch. Now, I personally like this Zenith a lot, especially when you talk about price, comparing it to the Rolex Daytona. This Zenith is going to be about $11,000 US, whereas the Rolex Daytona is going to be about $13,000 at its lowest retail. But you're going to have to pay a lot more than that on the secondhand market, maybe up to $20,000. So, I mean, price-wise, it's almost going to be double potentially for a Rolex Daytona compared to this Zenith Chronomaster Sport. And personally, that's another reason why I love this pick. It's a unique pick as a luxury chronograph. It has an awesome movement, and then price-wise, you just have an advantage there. I believe I mentioned this, but it has a 41mm case on this guy, and it looks great on pretty much any size wrist. I mean, 41mm is a nice, perfect in-between size, in my opinion. And you can even see with that bracelet, it has a very oyster-style bracelet to it, even down to the clasp. It looks very Rolex-esque. And, you know, so I can see a lot of people having a lot of problems with this watch, just being very much a Rolex Daytona homage in some ways, but obviously that El Primero movement and the fact that it has the sort of Zenith marquee dial with those subdials, you know, you can really see that this is a little bit different in some other ways. But I definitely could understand the argument that this is too much a Rolex Daytona homage. I mean, I definitely would get that, but I really like this piece a lot. I think it's a really unique choice at the luxury chronograph sport level, and it's something that I would definitely consider, especially factoring that price point. So what are your thoughts on the Zenith Chronomaster Sport? Like I just mentioned, I could definitely see it being an annoyance to some people, just being very similar to that Rolex Daytona. You know, would you guys consider buying this over a Rolex Daytona, especially factoring that price difference and factoring in the awesome movement? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would think. If you're asking me, you know, obviously I'm not in a position really to buy one of these watches right now, but I would definitely consider this Zenith. I mean, I like Zenith. It's a sneaky, really nice brand, and I think this is a really cool offering from the brand. Hopefully we can get some more cool releases from Zenith in 2021. I'm looking forward to it. But with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys.